So I want to open this video and say that there will be chapters in this video for you to skip around to the parts that relates to you more. This will be a longer video. I want to take this opportunity right from the jump to acknowledge each and every single one of you that has set some time aside in your respective lives to even bother to comment on my videos, to like, share, and even subscribe. I mean, that your efforts in supporting the channel in the way in which you have done has actually pushed me past the 500 subscriber milestone, and I can't thank each and every one of you enough. I've worked and bust my ass for the last couple of months since when I started the channel, or should I say when I started uploading to this channel back on August 23rd. One of my biggest regrets is I wish I would have started uploading sooner. So just real quick, I will say, if you have any kind of interest in starting your own YouTube channel, I would definitely say just don't think about it, just start it. It's a very good feeling when you do reach your own personal milestones. You keep building, you keep trying out new things, and eventually, something will land. And for me, what landed, ironically, is a Tekken 8 video I made April 4th that I'll get into. But suffice to say, I did not want to start this channel and be the Tekken guy. I wanted to cover various different things in gaming news and updates and stuff like that. But it's just so crazy that this one particular video I would say it went viral for me, and just detailing the hows and the whys behind Namco's decision, or should I say their gradual transition into the casual market, which has pissed off a lot of Tekken 8 players. So that particular video has done exceedingly well for me, thanks to your support. Again, I'm past the 500 subscriber mark, and I thank each and every one of you. And it is very important for me that my appreciation is going from my lips to your ears, that I take it very seriously, because I'm well aware that not one of you was obligated to comment on a video, to like it, to do anything. So I take it very seriously. It means a lot to me to know that I created an emotion strong enough for you to take action. So I'm hoping that I can continue to do that moving forward. And so let's get into the analytics side. All right, so currently we're in my YouTube studio. So as you can see, I'm at 517 subscribers. There might be somebody who might decide to leave. It happens. But what you see here also is my short that I uploaded, almost 18 hours ago. I was just a little bit frustrated on just the whole rage art mechanic. I really do feel it's a bullshit mechanic. It's basically designed to reward a losing player. But then again, it's very much in line with Namco deciding to prioritize the casual player. But it is what it is, neither here nor there. But let's get into the analytics side. So as you can see, my channel got 9,261 views in the last 28 days, 854.9 watch hours, 160 plus subscribers. And then if we look at this graph here, dating back to March 14th, I was at 46 subscribers in terms of what was gained. I have to see what video that was. And then if we go past, no, excuse me, that's, what was this? Oh, that was views, sorry. Yeah, so 46 views, and then I had a strong video here on the 16th. And then if we go all the way over here, you can see 2,101 views. And then if we contrast that with the subscribers, you see here from April 9th to April 10th, we go from 19 subscribers, right? And then 77 on April 10th. So now if we look at the content specifically, So here is the video in question. So this video has 2,800 views. That's insane. In the comments, 323 comments. So if we look at the analytics for the video specifically, right here, 107 subscribers, 500.6 watch hours for this video alone. Now I gotta admit, when I shot this video, it kind of was just random. I had just finished a 5-hour live stream. In fact, it was this stream right here. Let me go back to the channel, the content. So it was where was it? Go to live. So it was this live stream right here. This 4-hour 32-second where I'm just abusing Jack 8's bullshit. Believe me, I had a good old time doing that. I apologize to anybody that I spammed, that I played against. I've seen this video, by the way. This particular video has performed beyond my wildest dreams. I think what it just speaks to for me is that this was, 500 plus hours of people watching this video. And these are people that they resonated, or should I say my video resonated with all of them, with all of you that tuned into that video. And I can't tell you enough how proud that made me feel to also know that there are many people that feel or felt the way I felt. Because when I made the video, I was basically in my room. I just felt like just getting something off my chest, like breast reduction, and just kind of just speaking from the heart. There's no scripts here. It's just me. I hope that comes across on the video for you guys. But yeah, this has been a crazy whirlwind for me, for the channel. The click-through rate is amazing. 4.0, 816 unique viewers, 45,000 impressions. This is everything you would want your video to have as a smaller creator. And so yeah, forgive me for fumbling over my words a little bit, but I'm just so excited. And it's like I have like a million thoughts in my mind. So just bear with me. So let me just jump on over to the comments section. So basically, when I get here, I generally have the filter of responses with new replies. So when I click on this, let me see. So these are responses that I haven't necessarily responded to comment with. This particular guy, he was responding to this commenter, so that this response had nothing to do with me directly. So when I change it, let me see. Let me X that out. Okay. So, as you can see, this one is 2 hours ago. It says, "You have done what I was trying to say for years. Good, dude." I responded to him, let him know that I had 500 subs. So a lot of these guys are very, very positive. I appreciate every single one of you. I did have one hater. This guy right here comes off as a dude who don't have a big audience. I don't know what he was getting at. I respectfully replied to him that it's true, I don't have a big audience, but anyway, you can go to the video, you can see my response to him. Like I said, there's always going to be somebody, some hater that is going to try to bring you down. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this comment section in the video, in this particular video here, is overwhelmingly positive, with the exception of this guy right here. But yeah, I think I handled him pretty well. It's the internet. You're going to have somebody that's going to hate on you just for whatever reason. So in any event, let's just dive into actually Tekken 8. I want to just share a few thoughts on that game. Just something real quick. So regarding Tekken 8, season 2 and everything, I understand, there are many people that are upset with the game. They're upset with the direction of the game. And, all of the comments to that video, and even the video that was a follow-up, that also has about 800 to 900 views. Most people that have come in speaking about their views and their impressions of Tekken 8 Season 2 generally don't like the direction. They're very upset, confused as to why Namco decided to have such a drastic shift from the hardcore audience almost completely disregarding that audience in favor of the casual market. And as I explained in those prior videos, this was a change that I didn't recognize it happening while I was competing at that time for Tekken 5. But now when I thought back on it, and as I said in the video, and I'll echo the sentiment that, yeah, these changes were being slowly introduced. There were a few commenters on the video that actually saw it too, with the introducing of rage and the rage arts and everything. And all of these comeback mechanics were definitely not designed for players like myself that's been around since forever. They were designed to help, newer players. And I don't find a problem with that in and out of itself, because the casuals are the lifeblood of any game, especially when it comes to something that is competitive, whether it's a first-person shooter or a fighting game, and I had this analogy that I was thinking about 2 days ago, and I said it's almost like the military. You know how in the military you have privates? That's what they would call you when you first enroll. And then when you go through the ranks, right, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, and what have you, and then you get to that upper echelon where you're like a colonel, a general, stuff like that. I feel like in some ways, in some respects, that the casual audience can be likened to the military, where there's a lot of casuals, and then from that pool of casuals, over the course of time, through their own dedication and their own desire to learn the game and get better, they ascend through the ranks and they transition from being just your typical casual to now being a seasoned player, a competitive player, an elite player, a champion player. I do feel that as the casual pool dries up, you will have fewer and fewer of those elite players. So I do feel that they do work synergistically with each other, because that's just how I see it. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's just kind of how I see it. And with the decision of Namco to basically, if we want to look at it as a ratio split, I mean, hell, I think it's like 70-30 for casual versus hardcore. There might be some of you that might say it's 90-10 or 80-20, but I believe everybody can see that this game has been designed from the ground up. And I don't even mean even season one. Some people have said, well, season one was better. At the end of the day, the very nature of Tekken 8 is rooted in casual prioritization. Now, there are differences between season 1 to season 2. Yes, I'm not going to dive into the minutia of that, but I think we can all agree that fundamentally, Tekken 8 as a whole prioritizes the casual audience. Now, I'm not saying that is a bad thing in and out of itself, because like I was beginning to say, we need the casual market as a community to continue growing and expanding. And from a company standpoint, a developer and publisher standpoint, you need that casual pool to pool further resources, because the hardcore market is very small by comparison. I've actually highlighted that in a couple of videos. So, I think my military analogy might work. Let me know if that makes sense or not, but it's kind of how I can make it make sense in my own head. Because you can have, like, say, 100 casuals, and then from that 100 casuals, you might get 20 elite players. But if you expand that casual to like 1,000 casuals, you might now end up with 100 elite players. So I think, yeah, they do work synergistically with each other. And I do feel strongly that Namco, albeit wanting to maximize their profits in funding for Tekken 9, because that's like the worst kept secret. That's what they're trying to do. But I believe that they just took too much of a heavy-handed approach. And, whether or not, you agree or disagree that the characters are off balanced or they are balanced between one character being nerfed and the other character being buffed. I think on that front, I 1000% believe and stand by that King absolutely needs to be nerfed into the ground, in my opinion. Jack 8 is going to be addressed in a future patch, which should be releasing in a couple of days. And then there's another patch that's supposed to be dropping around the Tekken World Tour, I think somewhere around May 9th. So I'm very interested in seeing how the community is going to react to the game once those two patches go live. I'm looking forward to that, and I will be covering each patch on the channel because I feel it is definitely newsworthy. So, you know, I feel like we can argue about the specifics of the character balancing. I mean, there's just some characters like King that needs to be fucking nerfed, but I think generally everybody can agree that Namco has definitely taken a very heavy-handed approach to really prioritizing the casual player. And, you know, nothing against them. I don't blame them. Obviously, that's not their fault. That's just what Namco decided to do. But I appreciate each and every one of you that has commented on the video to share your perspective, because a lot of you really left some very insightful comments to where I feel like shit, maybe some of you should be playtesting the game, to be honest, you know, because you guys really had some good thoughts. And I definitely salute you guys, and you guys know who y'all are that commented. But anyway, let me move on to my future plans for the channel. Anyway, let's get after that. So now that the channel has accomplished this huge milestone of 500 subscribers, what is next? What direction should I take? Believe me, there's a lot of ideas that I have. As I told somebody in a comment, in one particular comment, that I am also a NASM certified personal trainer. And if you know, all of you new people to the channel, if you look at some of the older videos from last year, you'll see I have a lot of personal fitness stuff on there. I'm debating on whether or not I should start a channel dedicated just for that, for like nutrition and fitness, because I feel like even as gamers, I believe that I feel like no matter what, there should be crossover for your own health. You should look after your own health, in my opinion. But I just don't know if that would really resonate with the gaming audience. I don't know. So that's why I haven't really been doing too much personal training stuff. So I may put that to a separate channel I'll create later. As far as the gaming aspect, I definitely feel it is worthwhile to live stream more often. I have very few that I've done so far. A lot, you know, I think I've locked down the audio and just how I want things set up with my OBS audio settings and stuff like that. Now, I will say, when I started this channel, I didn't want to be the Tekken guy. You know, like when you look at a phenomenal channel, like say Main Man Sui, his Tekken YouTube career is basically Tekken, right? Like that's a fair assessment. I didn't really want to go that route. Because I wanted to cover so much more in the realm of gaming. I wanted to cover updates, new game releases. I wanted to do all of that. But now with this sudden surge of this Tekken video, it makes sense for me to dive further into creating Tekken content. And I have just the idea on how I want to approach that. With a few live streams and, do what a lot of other Tekken creators do, create some shorts, couple of videos talking about the updates and so on and so forth. But I also want to cover other games. Like I love open world games, so you may see some Assassin's Creed Shadows stuff. You may see, maybe a Witcher 4 update, You're not going to see racing games, well, unless it's really amazing. But typically open world stuff, fighting game stuff. Like we have Fatal Fury that's set to drop pretty soon. I'm definitely going to do some content on that. I am pretty decent. I'm no pro, but I'm pretty decent at Street Fighter 6. So I just I guess I'm just curious to see how many of you guys will actually tune in to watch those types of live streams that is not Tekken related. So I guess I'll see. But, you know, moving forward also, I want to maintain my commitment to entertain, inform, and just really inspire, and just have those three tenets be rooted in my videos. I don't know if I can hit all three for each video, but I will try to do at least one or two, because it is very important for me to create content that is relevant, you know, that's relatable, because I value you guys' time and all of the effort that you guys put in to support the channel so far. And even though I kind of feel that the vast majority are probably subbing because of Tekken, I will put forth more Tekken related content. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that at least some of you will give my other content a chance as well, because I don't want to just be stuck in the Tekken world. You know, like, to be honest, the way the game is currently, I can only handle that game in small doses. I'll be honest with you. So, but I guess time will tell. And but yeah, you know, I am kind of going long in the video here. I'm just very excited. I'm so pleased. You know, I've had some difficulties in the last 2 years from being homeless. You know, now having this apartment that I'm in now, I live alone. You know, so I have a lot of time to reflect and think. Sometimes I get a little depressed, you know, but I look at this whole, you know, YouTube and my gaming as very good outlets. And reading a lot of your comments definitely helps as well. It helps to kind of fuel that passion to keep going. You know, so I'm hoping that, you know, if you are considering creating content for yourself, but you haven't done so, I hope that you can utilize me as some form of inspiration, because I hate to use this tired ass trope. If I can do it, you can do it. And I do feel, and I've said this many times to people, if you have an opinion, you have content. So if you're that type of person that believes LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, I respect your opinion, but believe me, if you have that type, just an example, there's a lot of people out there that will tune in to listen to that, even if they disagree. So I just feel that if you have the thought, hey, you know what, I feel like making a channel, just Nike, just do it. Because one of the biggest regrets I have is not doing this style of content with the level of intent that I have much, much sooner. Because I've had this channel here for 5 years, and I just started posting to it August 23rd of last year. So don't be like me. Don't be procrastinating and having analysis paralysis. But yeah, you know, I can't thank you guys enough. Believe me, I feel like I'm like accepting an award, you know what I'm saying? But it's just very important for me to express that, because yeah, you know, I know damn well, you know, you guys don't have to do shit. You guys can watch a video or not watch a video. And, you know, for that video that I posted to elicit the type of reaction and that will made a lot of you comment, like, and even subscribe, that means the world to me. And, you know, one of my major commitments to this channel that I will make to you is that I will not shill. I will fucking not shill for nobody. My thoughts and my words are my own. So if, you know, maybe some further down the line with you guys continue support and I get to that level 2 monetization, you know, where I'm getting the ad revenue and maybe even potentially getting sponsor deals and early access game stuff, I want to give content for you where if I'm giving my opinion on something, whether it's a product I'm using or a game, I want you guys to know that there's no bullshit here. If I say the game is, not up to my standards, but it might be for you, and I'll give a detailed and a breakdown of it. I will do my best to do that. And it will be one that is not scripted, that is not being paid to shill for a game or anything else. So I want to establish that, because I want to build a community here on this channel. I really do. I want to be able to go live and have, dozens and hundreds and maybe even eventually thousands of people join the stream, and we're all talking, we're vibing, everybody's interacting, having a good time. That's what I would like to happen. I know I'm nowhere near there just yet, but I feel like having this milestone of over 500 subscribers is a great step in the right direction. And I haven't cleared the 3,000 hour mark yet. I'm actually about 2,200 hours. So I will be live streaming and trying to rack up that time. And hopefully with you guys' help, you'll tune in. It'll probably, more than likely be Tekken centric in the next couple of days. And, I'm not too hung up on winning and losing, honestly, because the game is just so wonky and random as far as I'm concerned. But I feel like, kind of giving detailed analysis as to why I'm doing what I'm doing with a character, ways that you could probably, tactics that you could probably apply to your own character. I want to do stuff like that, and it might help, some of you out. And of course, I'll have the videos where I'm gonna try to go for ranks, like a main man Swee. He'll have his videos where he's on the path to get God of Destruction or whatever. So I'll probably have a few of those streams as well. If you take nothing away from this video, just know that I appreciate each and every one of your efforts and support. And I am so overjoyed, overwhelmed. I'm excited and very optimistic for the future of this channel and my content that I aim to provide to you. And as I continue to hit more and more milestones, I'll continue to make these videos to put you front and center, to acknowledge your efforts and your committed support to the channel, because I think that's important for us as creators to recognize you, the viewer, because a lot of times you didn't have to do anything. You could have just watched or not watch and move on. So it does mean a lot for someone like myself. And so I guess with that being said, I'm going to go and edit this video and try to fancy it up a little bit. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the content, and look forward to more. Anyway, take care. Peace.